Disagreements. You'll find yourself doing that a lot in life. It seems to happen all the time. You might even work for a company that's got one of its core values as something like speaking up or being challenging. I know in my company it's very much encouraged to reject the status quo. You'll also see constant disagreements in the news regarding Brexit or politics or which football team is the best and so on. Some brands have even made a disagreement a fundamental part of their marketing strategy. So here at Productivity Ace, we thought we'd take a small dive into the science of disagreements. How can we be better at negotiating or conducting ourselves in a disagreeable situation? Plenty of questions for sure. Let's see if we can find some answers. It seems that one of the most popular theories in this area is that proposed by Paul Graham in 2008, called the Hierarchy of Disagreement, or the debate pyramid. Here it is. We'll dive into it shortly. Paul Graham is a well-known computer scientist, entrepreneur and author. You should check his website out. He's written a number of really interesting essays on a whole variety of subjects. Graham's Hierarchy of Disagreement has 7 levels. Let's start at the bottom. Levels 6 and 7 refer to somebody who ignores any argument or evidence and resorts to playground name calling or character defamation. The ad hominem attack, as it were. If you encounter these kind of responses in the workplace, then you're certainly in the area of bullying or abuse, and you should consider reporting the behaviour to HR or your line manager. Certainly don't attempt to engage. You won't get anywhere with these people. Levels 4 and 5 are a slight upgrade on 6 or 7, but your opponent will still take little or no notice of any evidence or rationale you might have for your argument. They're not open to changing their mind or being proved wrong, and they'll stick to their guns in the face of even the most overwhelming evidence that you might have. The upshot being that it's very rarely possible to win an argument with somebody operating at levels 4 to 7. You'll just end up tiring yourself out. It's better to walk away and spend your time on something else. People like this generally don't win. Their approach will end up upsetting somebody senior eventually. And now time for a Productivity Ace top tip. This one comes with a red warning. It's dangerous to take people on at this level if you choose to, as you might be drawn into responding to kind. That can be often the only way you can get through to people who operate at these levels. And that's going to have a detrimental effect on your own reputation. There's no point joining these people at the bottom of the pyramid. Let's move up to level 3. This is the one of counter-argument. Here you'll be up against an opponent who can use their own evidence to make their point, can evaluate your own evidence and criticise it. This is the fun zone, and this is where you'll learn and refine your own skills in building arguments and negotiation. A top tip is to actively engage and enjoy engaging with these people, because you'll win some and you'll lose some, but you'll also learn a ton and also gain respect and maybe even enhance relationships as well. So now we're up at the top of the tree, levels 1 and 2. This is occupied by the best of the best. If you want to take somebody on at this level, then you better have your act together. Be prepared, anticipate the questions you're going to get asked, and be ready to respond with facts and data. This gets a Productivity Ace yellow warning, as I've seen people pile into the lion's den, maybe slightly overconfident, and end up being chewed to pieces by the top negotiators. That can be a bit of a hit to your confidence. But if you happen to be the one operating at levels 1 and 2, well done. But it's also important to be humble as you destroy yet another underprepared opponent. Don't be seen as arrogant or being too big for your boots. So that's Paul Graham's Hierarchy of Disagreement. Have a look around your workplace and try and position people accordingly. What level do they operate at? Can you get your own team to improve their own position? Do you have anyone on your team that's operating down at 6 and 7? Keep engaging with people in the fun zone, level 3. You'll find you gain skills and respect, and you might even become friends with people that you've had vibrant disagreements with. Watch out for good and bad examples of debate. You'll see many examples in TV and media, especially in political arenas where a disappointingly high number of high-profile people seem to operate down at the bottom of the pyramid. And practice your own skills. Your organisation might have a speaking club or a debate club. These can be fun and pretty useful if you want to take this kind of thing seriously. So that's our shallow dive into the science of disagreements. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe, like, share, and all of that business. And if you didn't like it, well, I'm open to your argument as to why. Level 3 and above, please. See ya.